I think there's a small tinge of fear that we're all feeling here, especially with how much Viper got done in that previous match against support. And now he's got the Sejuani with him. Definitely a winnable matchup into the... Like you said, Ox, it just made too much sense.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, when you said put Palu on support, it's like put Vicla on mid, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like let him, you know, he's maybe the guy, well, definitely the guy with the least amount of experience in that lineup. So just let him play mid. We'll see how it goes as we do hop on the rift here. Mid versus bot. Bot being, of course, 80 carries.
You didn't do the fan chant for mid. That's our team, Valdez.
Yeah, because when I tried, you guys ignored me.
Because that wasn't mid. That's not our team. Man, Valdez is not going to be the cheerleader for any.
Team mid is really falling apart right now in terms of the fan club.
What about this?
Easy chance for first blood. All they need to do is just hit a Braum Q and then everyone flash for the stun.
Yeah, Faker does have a global taunt built into his player kit, so was trying to utilize that there, but Jiwoo seems to be a little bit immune.
Viper?
Okay, he's fine because he is Silas.
Just dash over.
Yep. Teddy, I've seen this before.
Okay, well, he's gonna flash away, but he's still dead. Like, you're not getting away from this. And there's so much damage that's coming out. The heal, 1Q could do it. They get another stun on Aguma, and they might not be able to get a kill here, but man, this lane is kind of over.
Yeah, you would think that Teddy would know the power of Braum level 1, because he's an 80 carry who encounters it quite a bit.
No.
Yeah, I think...
No!
All right, well, I'll see you guys in the finals.
There's a lot of
High five, team!
Yeah, team mid, let's go!
Oh, God.
You know, there's this interesting thing with Braum Ezreal, where so both of them have skill shots that can actually be blocked by minions. So if you're fighting against them and there's minions in the way, really hard for them to do anything. I don't know if you noticed, but there wasn't actually very many minions around.
Yeah.
Teddy opted a face check. So maybe something to think about next time they opted.
Yeah. And if you're Varus Hui, you wanted to get the poke going. You know, Viper saw them coming down, and it was just the timing that was wrong, right? Because if Teddy and Guma were in the bush ahead of time, and they got poke off and they got away, that would have been great. But instead, they went in late, and they got in melee range of Braum, and they nearly died, and they essentially, you know, killed their bottom lane chances here.
You know what I was thinking is that it'd be really cool. They've had a lot of changes recently with League of Legends, but there was some sort of thing you could put in like a brush to give vision before you step into it. Like an item that gave...
That sounds way too strong.
Yeah,
like a trinket, for example?
Oh, a trinket. That'd be a good thing, yeah. Maybe one of those. That would have been useful there. I think if Teddy had one of those, he wouldn't have walked into the brush and face-checked them. Especially when he had information from his teammate that they were coming.
I think that'd be pretty fair. You know, you put it on a pretty long cooldown, but it gives you some advance notice. Yeah, I like that idea. Well,
we'll workshop it later with the Bounce team.
Uh-oh, here comes Skarner.
Uh-oh, Guma, no flash. Well, Guma has flash, but Teddy does not, so he should be going down. But Jiwoo is here, and maybe a chance to turn things around. Bit of damage comes in. That is way from downtown. First blood goes over to Team Bot, and now Jiwoo just setting everything up, and there you got a stun on a Faker as well. He's in a lot of trouble. A second kill goes to Team Bot, and Showmaker, desperate for more, picks up 2. As Team Bot stick around for a bit too long and get Showmaker pretty fed.
I'm not gonna lie, team mid buddies, I was getting a little bit nervous there, but Showmaker comes through clutch on the Ezreal to clean that one up. Oh.
Rip buff here for both.
We do have barrier for Showmaker, so he could go for this.
I think he wants to.
Absolutely. Couple more autos will do it. One more Q, one more auto is enough, and the barrier keeps him alive. Showmaker 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, the gold difference that you can now see on our overlay, it does tell the story. 800, the advantage here for Showmaker. Playing kind of his, I wouldn't call it a one trick, but definitely his preferred bot champion of choice.
PDD on the Braum gank, trying to make it happen. He's not going to make it happen.
Zoning Q there from D.
Zoning Q.
Yeah.
Here comes Faker. Okay, that actually hit him into the wall somehow. It like dragged him back through the terrain somehow. Very strange, but Jiwoo, he does get away alive. Unfortunately, though, you know, getting away alive is one thing. Giving away a lot of your jungle is not going to feel very good.
Now, cup half empty versus cup half full, you know, we're team mid here on the desk, but I will say, at least you got the first feat of strength, you know, with that first blood in the bottom lane, so that's something.
What is going on here? We got a ganking Wei. It's 3v3. Teddy's dead. Vicla fed a kill, and even Showmaker came over and just like grabbed a cheeky assist, and now he's going back bot.
I'm not 100% sure what the thought process on that one really was.
Okay, so the Alistair not doing so hot. The Hui, not maybe like a Soraka next game. if it gets to your next game.
Yumi, I think, is maybe the choice. Guma's dead. No flash. He does have cleanse. Elected not to use it this time around. Probably a good idea.
It's probably the right choice.
4-0.
Showmaker very fed, very strong. We'll see a replay of this one where, you know, Guma still having flash here, a huge difference maker, honestly, because they can't follow up on him. And then BDD ends up not really respecting the damage from that Sejuani comboed with the Hui from the long range.
Yeah, and I think also critically here, the faster roam coming from the Yone really helps out in this situation too. Vicla's here to help show up and secure this kill with Showmaker, the second one, that is to say, because he's winning the lane at the same time. And then back to this moment here with the barrier.
잠깐만.
Wait.
잡았죠?
He's like, got him.
You're saying I got him a long time ahead. Jiwoo in a bit of trouble here. Vicla trying to set up more. Looks like he used his ult in that play, but they're not able to get the kill. Now they're looking for Viper, who was trying to roam on over. A lot of fighting for this one, as Viper will steal the ult and does barely get away. But it looks like this first Dragon should go over to Team Mid.
Yep, and obviously will help them sort of contest those feats of strength. If they can secure a few objectives and that first tower, that'll be their way to get it. Viper definitely feeling a lot more subdued. Vicla giving him a decent fight in the mid lane. And right now with a pretty significant CS lead.
Viper just trying to get what he can.
He's not respecting this, although the stun kind of keeps him around, but Viper still has to flash. Now BDD going for the Braum gank once again. Gonna get a cleanse this time out of Guma. Just adding insult to injury in this bottom side. Like you said, you know, they have that feat of strength, but I don't see a turret that they're ever going to really contest. And they're already down an epic monster.
Showmaker's up a significant amount of gold, but doesn't translate into big damage just yet, since he's sitting on that tier, obviously. And he really just has like enough experience to have an ult advantage, which isn't going to get you that kill unless you have a little bit more of a setup there. So you can see that Guma can still hold his own there, despite BD trying to go over there and set up for that kill. But things are not looking very good for Team Bot otherwise here around the map, as even Berserker doesn't have an advantage here in this counter pick of the Gnar.
Okay. Trying to look for it there onto the Braum, but not going to do enough damage. Berserker maybe in a bit of trouble here. The ult is coming out, and from the jungle, though, it is Chovy who does get ulted here. Jiwoo on the chase, looking for a bit more, but there's a control ward there as well, and Chovy just bounce away.
Yeah, Berserker, I feel like if he had the Mega a little bit faster, could have gone for that play, slammed him in the wall, but doesn't find the window, doesn't want to overstep. Vega is in the area, and obviously he's a Skarner, can get there very quickly, so they don't want to overstep. But now, Showmaker gets some damage on the tower, and I feel like bot lane definitely where I'd expect them to pick up that first tower.
Yeah, and they're only one objective away from getting that feat of strength as well. So despite the first blood, Team Mid here kind of coasting through this early game. That's unfortunate.
I mean, Vicla's playing pretty well. Like, he's going in, he's predicting chains, he's getting favorable trades. He got that first assist, and then he was kind of gifted the kill. I think it was on the Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy
in mid.
And yep.
And now he's really like, yeah, no, this is my mid lane. I'm the mid laner.
he actually is.
Yeah.
The mid laner.
There you go.
He's got to be feeling pretty good about his lead right now, and that Triforce is coming up early in this game. Once he has that, I mean, he is just going to be rocking these team fights. Doesn't need a 2-item spike with the Muramana in a game state like this necessarily to have a big impact. And he will eventually hit that and make that set impact, but was going to make it a little bit earlier this time around, is Chovy, man, he's really pushing the envelope. Some great trades here into Berserker.
Trying to fight over Banana Brush. And at the moment, that is going to go the way of Team Bot, but then Faker comes over. Showmaker exists, so they will take over that part of the map.
I feel like it's such an easy recipe. If you want to put pressure on bot tower, Dragon spawning at about 1:45, you secure both of those, feature strength done, and you have a composition where a lot of your champions will spike hard in those 2 items, sync it up with a tier 3 boost, and you're golden.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Vicla going for it. He wants the kill. Does he have enough damage? Just barely not enough. Viper surviving. Here comes the ult from Showmaker. Will Viper expect it? Yes, he will. And he will dodge it. Just barely. Even gets the farm under the turret. Misses the one, but that's just fine. Chovy picks up his second plate in the top lane. You know, he's a solo laner. It's a very even lane at this point in time. So,
yeah, I think Berserker's been doing fine, but,
yeah,
you know.
Generally want to be doing a little bit more than fine in this matchup, but I mean, I think it's not the end of the world or anything like that. That's not really where things are on fire. It's in the mid and bottom lanes where things are feeling kind of cooked at the moment.
Showmaker.
Definitely hunting for it.
Vicla once more. And we're getting to the state now where you've got Heartsteel done as Faker. Vicla's getting close to that first item. Showmaker's got to be fairly close to his first item as well. I mean, even this early in the game, with the 1,000 gold advantage he has, where as Team Bot, you're like, man, we really just can't give anything up here anymore. Dragon in 20. Faker looking for a good gank here.
Oh, the flash here from Vicla. Very nice. Dodges the whip from the Sejuani, but you can't dodge everything as he had to go back. Very nice there from Jiwoo to set it up with his own flash. And Vicla felt a little bit unhappy with the way that one did play out, but not much you can do in that situation.
Yeah, now Jiwoo's going to be able to move over towards the Krug. If he can get those 3, that's... Oh.
BDD just kind of runs into it, and he's just going to go down, and all of a sudden, Team Bot has taken the lead in golds, and they're picking up objectives, and they're winning lanes that they should not be winning. Chovy trying to come in here and get the stun into the turret. Berserker just kind of looks at him and laughs, throws him into the wall. Jiwoo's going to get all these grubs.
Yeah, that's one of the 3 objectives you need. And they are not that far away, realistically, from getting towards that speed of strength, especially now with his tower going low top.
Yeah, Chovy is so high value with that ward there. He's going to be able to spot Jiwoo coming over and does get out. Showmaker just going to be happy to grab this plate here. Did get a 12-minute, basically on the dot, Triforce, and is going to try to rush this turret down. They're controlling bottom side, because if they get this turret and that dragon, they still are going to be able to complete 2/3 of the feats of strength here. Not quite able to do it on this wave, but next one coming through, and it's a big opportunity.
Yeah, definitely a good call here from Team Mid, but they're going very deep for this way right now. Is it going to pay off? Viper, you see, he's trying to help. He's actually going to put himself in there, but now Vicla comes over, big impale. But, oh, there it is. There's the impale from the side of Faker as Silas Viper used his before. Showmaker going 1v1 versus Guma under the turret, not quite able to get that kill. As now Berserker has made his way down to the bottom lane. Big Yone ultimate. He's going to get a couple here. Vicla turning it around in a huge way. Just going mad mode right now. Finally just get taken down. But man, he made a lot out of that situation.
Looking super... Oh! I was just saying, he looked super frustrated about dying. He threw his hands in the air, but I think you should be pretty happy with this scenario. Meanwhile, Chovy side laning like a madman over here. And Showmaker still got control of the bottom side of the map. Guma is potentially in trouble.
Knowing he has flash, Teddy trying to get as close as possible, walking side by side. Guma is, well, yeah. Nice try. Already used his flash, but nowhere to go. And now that's a 5th kill for Ezreal.
Just so aggressive from Showmaker, just denying him access to the tower now. This should be that secured for Team Mid. Won't quite have the feats of strength done yet. They still need another objective. And actually, if Chovy's zoned up top, they could just lose it out. We'll see the replay though.
Showmaker gets bot first.
Yeah, with Showmaker grabbing bot, I think that they should have it. And then the dragon is still available. They didn't lose it, but they didn't take it yet.
Yeah.
This is just great play from Vicla here. And you can see Guma is just kind of trapped because Showmaker can actually cut him off here. Even though he's got Ghostblade, Showmaker really holding his own. And then there's just not enough damage to actually shut this down. Even with Berserker coming over here, Vicla makes a huge outplay with the turnaround on his ultimate, takes out Viper, cuts Jiwoo to bits, and then Berserker, he buys enough time against him here for Showmaker to come over and help clean up. You can see there's some frustration on the player cam from Vicla after dying there, but they still end up catching Guma.
Trying to make a play now in mid. Jiwoo is quite tanky, so not really much that Baker can do. And
yeah, felt like at the end, Vicla had a knockup queued up, so he was like, he had a little bit more time, he would have been able to get it off, but still a huge play. And now tower secure to one more objective.
Oh, the follow-up here from Viper trying to set it up for Jiwoo, and he might just be able to do so. There you go, Vicla hands in the air again. Very emotive player. But again, not much he could do except back up. And them, you know, I mean, with this dragon available still, I wonder if Team Bot could turn it into a dragon for them.
Yeah, they could equalize in terms of the feats of strength if they get that second objective. Berserker and Chovy just still fighting endlessly.
And, you know, I mean, Showmaker here, vulnerable.
Oh, trying to predict. Nice try, but like, it's Ezreal with Flash and it's Ezreal. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you got the Flash, I'd say it's worth, but I don't know, it's ambitious.
he was also under the turret, like,
Well,
I don't know if they could have killed him.
the problem is they could have been trying to get Prio for Dragon. They looked for a pick onto Ezreal.
Chovy baited, and nowhere to go. You know, this turret is down, so Chovy's going to go down as well. Guma, 1Q away, one auto.
I think the problem in this situation is because Team Mid is one objective away and
Yeah.
Team Bot are two, is you kind of have to lean somewhere. So they lean top, they're going to get the Herald, but you're giving up Dragon, so you lose in terms of the feats of strength. And I just don't think there was a way to get both.
Trying to make a play now is Viper in mid. He's under a lot of pressure. BDD tanking up so much of this is now Faker joining in on the fight. Viper trying to go back in, gets the Kingslayer, but it's not quite enough. As the way damage ticking away. Here comes Berserker trying to land something on a Showmaker who just dodges everything. The guy is a madman. And now, well, that's just the end of Berserker. Not much he can do in that situation. Guma also just kind of the consolation prizes here for mid. They already got the main prize. They get a little extra. Feeling pretty good about their chances now.
Yeah, and Vicla got a massive shutdown from Berserker there, 681 gold. So this Yone is monster fed.
And they're going to get this turret as well. And they did get the feats of strength off of that dragon. Like you said, you know, you can't stop both top and bottom. And, you know, you could see the gold when you look at the top of the screen. You're like, oh, it's a fairly close game, but it's somewhat deceptive because where the gold is here for Team Mid is just so massive. I mean, Showmaker is huge at this point in time. Viper, the really cool attempted outplay here, but ultimately isn't enough. You can see even the Zazex is almost enough to kill Showmaker, who has some really cool footwork here. Ultimately dies, but like you said, the shutdown is going to go over here to Vicla. So much money into his pocket here. He also gets the turret in mid right after. This is Showmaker's point of view for that fancy footwork.
해줬는데?
Well, we got another play down on the bottom side, and Chovy not looking good for him. All 5 players on Team Bot are in the bottom lane. Not a big surprise, but, you know, you get this kill. Take a look at mid. Take a look at top. They might be able to get the turret, but they're losing a lot on the map.
It feels like the play they have to go for. They have to try and do something and make use of this Herald, but you're still losing out in other lanes. So definitely a play that I think they are making the right call to go for, but oh no.
Well, he's got Wei. He's got Teddy here. Baker gonna have to flash away from this one, and now in a bit of trouble. Does get the Impale though, and maybe it's Berserker who's in trouble as the rest of the team mid comes over and gets this one. All comes down from BDD and will flash away. Vicla, he wants more, man. This guy is bloodthirsty as he picks up a double. Gonna get the flash out of Guma as well. Maybe even gonna get Guma. Man, Yone is just ridiculous sometimes.
He's so fed at this point. There's just, I mean, even fights that looks like initially it might be favored towards bot, as soon as Vicla gets there, if he's hitting his abilities, he just does so much damage. And he's so hard to punish. You know, he has the shield bow. Yeah. Yeah, out-damaging an Ezreal at this point.
An Ezreal...
How fed Showmaker's
and Ezreal 3-0 early in the game. Jiwoo also in no man's land here. We will have Otacon spawning in 20 seconds. Some low health bars here on the side of Team Mid, so they'll probably have to reset before taking this. we'll go back to this play. You know, you feel fairly safe here as Berserker because, yeah, Faker's overextended, going over the wall here, doesn't have an escape, but you're also putting yourself in harm's way in this choke point, and Vicla is not under turret here doing this damage because he's Yone. You can fight for wherever he wants, basically. He chases down Teddy as well. And I get the attempt there to try to punish Faker because he already used his mobility. You just got to know follow-up is going to be there. It's a trade up for Team Mid.
All right, and now Bot trying to get in on Anakan. I don't know about that. And now Teddy, I mean, he's playing this Varus from behind into Jax, into Skarner, into Ezreal. There's just nowhere for him to go. He doesn't have his flash. Jiwoo is going to be taken down, actually. Vicla able to pick up that kill as Showmaker sets it up, and that should be free Anakan here for the side of mid. Looking good for them.
Yeah, just going to get locked down here on the bottom side this time around. And, I mean, when you look at the...
Which one is this one? What's the name of this one?
Ruinous, right?
Ruinous, yeah.
When you look at the game state plus the buffs to Epic, which does give, it does retroactively stack with the dragons you've already picked up, and its Hextech Soul. I mean, the news just doesn't get better for Team VOG right now at all. They're trying to get a turret, and at a heavy cost.
Guma playing in this game is he's just the saddest AD carry in the world. He's actually able to survive for quite a while, though. He does do a bit of damage, but again, he's basically just a punching bag. Baker continuing to play as well. As Teddy here, he's going to be taken down. And yeah, Guma, nowhere for him to run on this Varus, and it's another win in the team fight for Team Mid.
You know, for any other role, you might think, oh, maybe we'll give main role to like less experienced player to give them a chance, or maybe someone's like, I want to play my main role, I want that benefit. I feel like for Team Bot, Guma was the sacrifice. He has to play AD carry in 2025, and it's not fun. He's not having a good time.
Yeah.
80 carry in current year. Wouldn't wish it on anyone.
And Baker is just so tanky here that he can kind of break the rules. He gets to walk all the way up here and give his team enough time to come over and follow up with the slow to come through. And this is just easy pickup here in the bottom lane. And then here they're trying to make a cross map happen in the mid lane. They get the turret, but again at a heavy cost like I was mentioning. And because Teddy is playing, you know, artillery mage support here, it's really hard for Team Bot to actually turn fights because he can't actually set up any sort of real turn engage. He's just a really squishy support who can offer only damage. When you're this far behind, that damage feels relatively meaningless, especially when you didn't bully the lane like you planned on.
Oh,
that's the whole reason they drafted this.
We got a 1v1 between Chovy and Viper. Neither are backing down. There's nowhere to go. We do see Guma is on the way. And Viper, if he lands chains, well, he's not going to. Chovy's still on the run here. He's going to hop to the wave. Another miss on the chains. Viper just not able to land him this time around. Felt like both of them kind of knew the situation. As meanwhile, mid trying to just siege the bottom turret.
Baker over the wall potentially here. He's got a flank angle, checks wards. The wave is about to crash, and they definitely have an opportunity here for something.
Showmaker forced to flash himself, just trying to make a key play. Does do a lot of damage, but at the end of the day, he does burn his own flash, so probably not the best play. Showmaker's still going to have fun, even in this game that feels relatively serious.
Yeah, definitely trying to find angles where he can on this Ezreal. And it just feels like pressure so heavily in favor of Team Mid now. With even the Hextech Soul as well. Hextech Soul with the Ruinous Anakan, it's looking rough. Team Bot need to find a miracle. They need to find a big fight on that next dragon and deny it, or the game is kind of just a bit cooked.
Yeah, tier 3 boots also on the cards here fairly soon.
He's fine.
He's all right. Teddy, on the other hand.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually going to flash. Gets the flash out of Baker, I guess. Little Q going to land here on Aguma. A bit more. I mean, Team Mid's available choices from ahead to take fights. They can take it wherever they want. And with Hex Gates, you're just all over them. You want to get into a fight, you just you pick and choose, and you just go in.
I would argue, too, the flash is much more valuable for... Oh, hold up.
Okay, with Viper here, I think you do take him down. I think you should be able to. Although the Zhonya's is able to get away from that ult. That's a kill, though, going the way of Yone. Vicla still able to pick up something.
I mean, they threw everything at him, and he still trades 1-for-1 in a 2v1. I mean, he has a hull breaker, just picked up the tier 3 boots, I think. So, I mean, he is strong, but still, it's just showing how much of a problem it is. Like, they're trying to deal with his side lane pressure, and they just don't have good, consistent answers.
Certainly not. It's one way to push Teddy out of a bush. Yeah, Teddy is not tanky.
He's like, team, help me ward. Walks up, nearly dies.
Yeah, he lost his flash on that exchange with Faker, and like I was kind of alluding to, I think it favors Faker because he has a ton of mobility already. Hui does not, and he's already squishy as it is. It's just really hard for Teddy to make an impact in this game. This champion was picked to bully lane. They lost it at level 1, and oh boy. Hide on bush.
Yep, hiding on bush. They learned that from the best, and there he is. Jiwoo's gonna go down. And Viper, you know, he's trying to do something there up top, and that's Vicla he has to deal with. The Whale's getting some zoning ability, actually, as Viper will go in. He's looking for more. He's going to that backline, but man, the stuns, the CC chain onto him, just not fair. As Guma, he uses his chains, and he will actually be able to get away from Chovy, even with the blast cone. As Berserker as well. Not very long for this world. Should be the kill in the Baron here for Team Mid. And there you go.
Just feels like at this point, goal lead heavily in favor of Team Mid. The fact they have so much lockdown for these targets, so much consistent damage, it's so hard to outplay. Even if you do dodge a skill shot, it doesn't really change the outcome that much. And now, Team Bot trying to approach the Baron, but I don't think you're allowed to do that.
I don't think you are, and Vicla and Showmaker have enough damage to duo this, and Vicla can just kind of come over here and put some pressure on, then just go back to his soul. And I mean, that's just Baron. Teddy
no.
8 deaths on this Hui.
9,
sorry. It didn't update on the screen yet.
Yeah.
Well, they did stop the Baron.
Yeah, they did. TP's going to come in. Guma is going to TP away through the gate. He just says, yeah, see you later, nerd. I'm going home. Viper, though, looking pretty good. Oh, Ezreal ults. Got to line it up. He's just going to go in, and he does pick up the kill. Showmaker. Hands on his head, egg on his face.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good play from Viper, but I don't think Showmaker minds too much in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, no. Not again.
Current year 80 carry. Could you imagine?
I mean, he was over there because he was trying to stop the Baron. He needed to be able to put that poke damage in to prevent them, but then he was on the wrong side of the map. There's so much mobility in this entire composition outside of the Braum here for Team Mid that it's hard to get a punish play off. You know, it's hard.
He can follow, you know, he hops in too.
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like everyone's kind of, especially bot lane. Bot lane's kind of, it's a bit rough, but out of everyone on Team Bot, Viper's still really trying to go for it, make the plays, make things happen, and, you know, doing okay, all things considered, but it just feels like insurmountable odds at the moment. Jiwoo is looking for maybe a bit of a sneaky flank angle to steal away the dragon.
Yeah, this is like a pull bay angle.
Yeah.
For your challengers watchers out there, he's still flanking to this day, and so is Jiwoo. Yeah, on the Giga super flank. Berserker is Meganar. Will they be able to kill him? It's looking pretty good, honestly, with the amount of CC that they have. Even the Yone getting in there with the charged up Q. It's going to be the end of the Meganar as Jiwoo still waiting, still flanking, still not able to do anything.
Showmaker has flash. He's Ezreal. Tough to punish.
Jiwoo's trying to solo him. He's like, yeah, come on, bring it. I got this kill. No, you don't. He's dead. And BDD's going to go down.
Viper trying to 1v5, and this is not happening.
Well,
man, is the best game of the day going to end up being the bot versus support match that we had earlier today?
I think so.
And I don't even think this is necessarily about the changes to the Rift. Like, I don't think this is about, oh man, they got feats of strength. That was where it really went bad. I think it's kind of about Ezreal getting 3 kills early, Vicla getting fed early. I don't know if this would have looked that different on patch 14.
Yeah, I think you'd struggle to find a patch where like a range support plus poke Varus, face checking Ezreal Braum level 1, losing all sums and all chance of laning. I think there's a lot of patches where that would be seen as game losing.
Yeah, I don't think this is, people should look at this the wrong way.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
League of Legends. And so it goes.
I have to say, though, I've been pretty impressed with Vicla so far. You know, he talked a big game. I think he's been his biggest critic today so far.
Yeah.
And he's got 15 kills in this one.
What do you think about the collector he's picked up?
We got another skirmish here, but again, I mean, Chovy, he's been trying to take these, and he's always 1v2. There's always another guy. Oh, okay. He's got the arm guard, and now Berserker might be in a bit of trouble. Viper desperate to try to burst him down, but a miss on the chains, and Chovy gonna turn it around and immediately just die. But man, he did look pretty good.
They're doing Baron, they don't care.
Well, they're gonna do the Baron. Jiwoo is, he's gonna try to stay alive. He's gonna flash. He's trying to do some damage in there. He stays alive for an incredible amount of time. Even the Varus Q coming out here, they're trying their hardest.
Guma's pretty famous for stealing those, but not this time, I don't think. Not without a smite with him.
Supportal combat. I think Braum wins these as
yeah, with the empowered Hextech Soul to ruin us out of cat. I mean, it's just everyone's so strong. Seems to be over.
Yeah, we're team mid. You know, we just expected this.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine being team bot right now?
Can you imagine predicting any team but team mid? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
imagine being Dagon, where you were like, hey, they made me take. They wanted jungle lost. He's like, well, they made me take team bot lane. Bot lane also lost.
yeah.
Imagine two wrong teams.
There he is. No. Oh no. The bot sticker is gone. It's in the dumps. And this game is over. It's been over for a while. Team mid just kind of dunking on them. They're playing with their food. They want even more. 1,000 gold given over. Vicla doesn't care. 19 kills for him. And team mid on top for now. They have one more opponent.